it's Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts. And we are back. I'm back. You're here. So it's a we. And we are going to make this over the next couple of episodes. Now I put washi tape on here and I'm going to give you some, this pulls out. I put washi tape over this little, it's kind of like the straw paper. I had some little sheets of it, so I cut them in little 1 inch by something pieces. I have it written down, I believe. But they don't work that well for running this through there, and the reason is because they don't stay open as you run them through. So it's a little difficult. But as you can see, I put them on both sides, and then I put that same washi tape in here and simply just put a notebook inside of it. I did this as a mock-up. So we're going to try and do this again today over the next couple of videos because it takes a little while to do this. So I think instead of this straw paper, we're going to use this right here because I think it will work better, and I have this to go with it that can go over the spine. Okay, this here can go over the spine. So these both I bought at Hobby Lobby. Don't remember what the cost was. They were on sale. So the first thing we need to do is to make the base unit, this base piece under here. And we're going to make the outside of it with this paper. Now, I did want to say on this little chain dangle, I will try and remember to attach the video. I'm not going to show you how to make those again because I have a video on chain dangles, I believe. If not, I will show you at the last episode. So anyway, they're a lot of fun to make. They're cute. They're wonderful, and they work good for putting on a little cardboardy slip through. So there we go. I'm not going to slip that back in right now because I want to leave this open so I can check my measurements if I need to. You will need 2 12 by 12 papers, or at least 2 6 by 12 inch papers. You will also need some washi tape. Just pick one. I brought along these 6 so I could compare to what I might want to use today. I'm only going to use one of them. Okay? I'm not going to use that one. I know that right now. And I'm not going to use that one. So I think I'm going to use this one. If there's enough. That's going to be on the inside right here. And we're not going to use it on the outside as far as I know. So I believe it's going to be this one, but it might just be this one because I do want it to kind of take on a kind of a vintage look, and that's why I'm using this ticking type fabric, ribbon, not ribbon, whatever it is there. I'm going to put those other washi tapes over there so I don't get mixed up. Okay, so washi tape, you'll need a spine cover. You will need fabric to make these tabs with, and it should be at least a 1 inch, and I think this might be 3/4 of an inch. Let's see, yes, this is 3/4 of an inch right here, and this one is 1.5 inch wide. That'll be fine for the spine. That'll work great. Okay, what else are we going to need? Oh, yes. You will need a piece of cardboard to make your little spear with, or you will need something solid like a piece of wood. A popsicle stick would work great if it was a long one. Tongue depressor would work good if it was not as wide as those fat ones. So you're going to need something that is, I don't know, this one is, how wide? 1/4 of an inch wide. And I put an eyelet in the top so that I could hook this in there. So you're going to need an eyelet and a piece of cardboard and something to cover your cardboard. It could be the washi tape, it could be paper, whatever floats your boat on that. It could be a pen if you want to put a pen through it. A pen would be a great option. So maybe we'll see if we can get a pen through it this time. I don't know. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Because then there's your pen right with your journal. And what else? I think that's it. Oh, you're going to need inside paper, some coffee dyed paper or junk paper or envelopes or something that you would like to put inside of there. And I just added one little signature to it. You can see I kept it really simple on this one because it's my mock-up. But I probably will add some pockets to it. And because I had these things going over the top, I didn't feel that I needed to decorate the front cover, but perhaps over here would be a good place for something pretty or some words or something like that. So there is that. So let's get started, okay? I do have some measurements here for you. They're not in order. Please don't follow the order. So the first thing we're going to do is cut a 12 by 12 in half, separating the top from the bottom. And we're going to cut this one, separating the top from the bottom. We'll come back and grab this one later. So let's do that. We're going to cut it at 6 inches, I believe. I better look. I better look. Better measure, huh? I'm sure I did it at 6. Oh no. Did I? Did I? Yeah, 6 inches. 6 inches. And we're going to take that 12 all the way across. So 6. There's our 6. Save that, we might need it. I'm going to put that back there. I'm going to get this out of my way as well. Okay, now we have our 6 by 12. And we're going to score this at, let me find my big scoreboard. Let's see. Hope I do this the right way. Okay. We're going to go this way. This is the front. The front is 4 1/2. Oh, 4 and 4 1/4. So the front is 4 1/4. So because it's going to go this way, we'll flip it over. So which way does that go? Do you think it goes this way? I think it does because the stems are going up like a tree. Okay. So hopefully I will score this right and not backwards. That would be weird, wouldn't it? Okay. So we're going to score at 4 1/4. And then 4 5/8. 4 1/4. 4 5/8. That's between 1/2 and 3/4. 4 5/8. And then we're going to score it at 9 1/2 right here, and 9 7/8. Now 7/8 is between 3/4 and the next highest number, so between 3/4 and the 10, so 9 7/8. Okay, so there we go. We have the base part all scored. So let's fold our pieces. Now when you fold them, line them up and then squish them down, and that will keep them as close together as possible. Then do it again, line it up, because scores are not always perfect. Darn it, darn score lines are not perfect. And then this one we will fold inward, and then we will fold this one. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and highlight my lines because I want you to be able to see them. Oh, I hope this is good ink. Not very good ink. Okay. This ink dries out so fast it drives me nuts. Not complaining, it just dries out fast and it drives me nuts. Okay, so there is that. Let's come over here. Yesterday I thought the lid was on my ink and I pushed it over like that. Well, it wasn't. So I had ink all over here and all over this and all over my hands, and oh boy, it was an inky dinky day. Just going to highlight the edges. So, I'm sorry I've been gone. We have been dealing with illnesses here since a couple days after Christmas. So, been taking it easy. And I couldn't get my shoulder to quit hurting, so I was taking it easy on that. Of course, doing all this inking is probably not helping, but it's okay. I'm bound and determined to do a video today. And I don't need to do the edges, but I'm going to, just in case I don't cover them for some silly reason. And it will help identify the twists and turns of this thing. Should have done them in brown for you, huh? More of a vintage color. We could go back over them with brown. Brown and the pink go together really good. I love it. Okay, so far we have this. Now, let's go to the next piece. We need to cut an unscored half or a matching paper at 2 1/8 by 6 inches. So I was thinking about using this. So I'm going to cut it at 6 inches and just cut it in half, top to bottom. Maybe this way, I don't really know. put that back there. And we need to cut it at 2 1/8 inch for the right flap. So 2 1/8 is probably going to be right there, but let's just compare it the easy way like this. So it's approximately 2 1/8 of an inch, but go ahead and just set it on here to just the other side of your score line and find your pencil and give it a mark right there. Okay, so now I'm going to cut that off, and it's approximately 2 1/8. Sometimes it's just good to measure, and sometimes it's good just to put your papers together and match them up. So here we go. We have this piece. Now this is going to be the inside of that flap, but we can't put it together yet because we need the fabric that we're going to put there for the for that thing to slide through there, the pen or whatever it is we're going to use. So there's that piece. This is what you're going to attach those pieces to, and you're going to mark it at down about 1/4 of an inch. Let's see, let's make sure that's about 6. It is. Okay, if that's 6, then we have our dots on here. We have 1/4, 1/2, 3/4. So we should be able to say we're going to go down 1/4 here and 1/4 on this side. Okay, that is where our first 2 ribbons are going to go. Here. And we need them to be, I don't know, you can make them a little long if you like, but they don't really need to be. You can sew them into here if you like. That would go very nicely, actually. So it's going to go in something like that. Now if you want to put a pin through it, you're going to have to pull out a pin and see if it's going to fit. Now that one will not fit. But if you used one that was a little different, no, that's a pin tail as well. So that's about all I have is the pin tails. Here's a Misty. See, it will go through, but it won't go all the way down. So I'm going to make something to put through there. And it's probably going to be about 1/4 of an inch wide. So we need to cut approximately 3 loop tabs, 1 inch by 4 inches, what I did the other ones, and 1 inch by 5.5. I did 2 of those. But let's see, we're not going to do 4 inches on this one unless you want to run them all the way to the back and make them a little sturdier. But we're going to go right to here. So we will see what that is. Maybe right there. There, see, we got a little loop there. And that will slide through it really nicely. We could even go a little bit shorter if we wanted. So I'm going to cut that one and let's just have a look at it. Okay, so that is 2.5 inches long by, what I say, 3/4? Yeah, 3/4 of an inch wide. Now on the other one, I made them 1/2 of an inch. Now you're going to want to turn them this way so that this sticks out there. But first I'm going to cut my other 2 pieces. There. And one more. So 2 inch by 3/4 of an inch. We need 3 of those. Don't cut the long ones yet. We don't need them yet. Okay. And we mark this down 1/4 of an inch. So this is going to get glued together right here. Just a little bit. We're not going to glue a whole big glob. And I'm going to use 3-in-1 or Fabri-Tac. It also comes by several other names. Beacons. And I saw one the other day and it started with an M. What was that? I don't remember. I was surprised. They actually are for different kinds of art projects. And they're strong and they do make you cough. Especially if you've had kind of a cold. Oh boy, it plugged up in there. Why it did that, I don't know. Glue that one down. And we'll do one more. But before I do that, I'm going to poke that hole in there. Yep, now it works better. This doesn't fray because it's sewn on each side. Now it will fray at the ends if you leave it free, just so you know that. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here. I'm going to attach this piece there. And you can see it's sticking out about that far. So let's figure out how far out that's sticking out and make sure the rest of them are the same. So I'm going to get my scoreboard and I'm going to use this side of it right over there. Let's bring it down. And you can see that my tab comes out to 3 and between 3/4 and between the 3/4 and the 7/8. It's right on the top rim. So we're going to put this one on next. Now we need to bring it right on top of that same one. So I'm going to give it a little mark. Right on top of this one. See that? It's right on top. It just goes right to the 7/8 line. I'm just drawing a line on here for myself. Now I'm going to color this one in. And we're going to line that up right there and right on that 1/4 of an inch and get some glue on it and then press it down good. Oops, I should have put my ink on there first. Oh, maybe I did. Maybe I did. Okay, now let's find the center of this. What is it? 6 inches. So we're going to have it at about 3. That is the center. So we're going to line this one up on that center line, the middle of this, approximately. It does not have to be perfect. So right about here, from that line there, that 7/8 line, to right there. Now we have these all nice and lined up right here. Okay? Now this would be a good time to go through here and sew this down if you want to. I am not going to do that because I want to just keep working on it so that you can take time and get yours done and mine will get done. So I'm going to move this down below. I'm going to find my little piece. Here it is. And I want to make sure that this is going to line up here. And it looks like it is. And it's going to get glued down with the Fabri-Tac. Okay. Oops. That is a strong glue. All right, here we go. Let's set that down. Line it up good with the front piece. And then let's get our got glue somewhere. Okay, you're going to want to really get these pressed down around that fabric. And like I said, if you didn't sew around it yet, you could sew around it right now. And this whole flap would be sewn, and that would look really cool. Now, if you didn't get all your glue in here, like I didn't, then you'll want to go back and put that glue in or sew it. I think maybe I'll have to sew it. So I will come back and sew that after I get the other side done, and then we'll call it a day. How's that sound? On this centerpiece, we're going to cut it at approximately 4 7/8 by 6 inches. But instead of measuring it at 4 7/8, just put it between your lines. Give it a mark. And there you go. That's where I'm going to cut this. 4 7/8 by 6 inches. There we go. And then your last one is approximately 4 1/4 by 6 inches. And that is your front cover. So we're going to do that. There we go. Let's go ahead and glue these guys in. Let's turn it the right way so we're not doing things upside down. Oh, we're good. We're not upside down yet. Ooh. What happened there? That one goes there. I must have cut this one on the wrong line. Oh, I must have measured it to there. Okay. Well, if you did what I did, go back and get it between the correct lines. There we go. Remember, if this thing is lying flat on your desk, it's going to cut a good straight line. If it's up on papers or you've got something stuck under it, it's going to make it a little wonky and your cut is going to be crooked. So just be aware of that. I have discovered that way too many times. Okay. So I'm going to put that on. I'm going to give it some ink. There's that one. Let's do this one. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and glue those down, and then we'll do our washi tape. We can use regular art glitter glue, no glitter in it. I know we always say that, don't we? But people ask, so here we go. We'll just keep saying it till we all know. When you come into this and you're brand new, art glitter glue, it's like, I don't want to put glitter on my... No. That's what I did for a long time. I didn't know that art glitter glue didn't have glitter in it, or wasn't made specifically for a glitter. I just didn't know. Crazy, isn't it? All these things we have to learn. And it's so fun. It really is a lot of fun. Must miss the coast. I feel like today I can hear the foghorns out in the ocean. When I miss the ocean, I can always hear the foghorns in my mind. Been looking at houses over there. Can't go there, but can't move there, but I would sure love to. I think I would feel totally relaxed if I lived at the ocean. I think it would be my calling area. Okay, here and here, here and here. Doopy doopy doop. Okay, we have this washi tape that has mushrooms and stuff on it, but it has kind of a pink tint to it, and I kind of like that. But let's just look at it and see. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. Today is the day when grass is green, when children cheer. No idea, but that's what it says. Okay, so I want to put glue on this. And I'm going to move that aside for a second and bring this over. This washi tape is from Amazon, and it is not very sticky, but the glue is nice and sticky. Okay, now I'm going to have my words going inward, on the one side. How could I do this so that it lines up? Maybe there to there. It lines up fairly good. What I mean is evenly on both sides. It's not too bad. Yeah, I think it's okay. I don't really want it to come over to this side because we're going to put something else over there. Okay. There we go. Okay, so let's do another one of those. Probably don't want to put it on that too much. There we go. We'll use this. Okay, put this on here. Find that glue stick. Okay, line your lines up. Like trying to line these up from there to there on this line. And then go about let's look at that a little better. Okay, so I have it lined up on the 2 dots on each side of the solid line, and then this will go between the 2 dots somewhere like that. Oh, very pretty. Trimmed that a little bit too hard there. Okay. Ooh, that is pretty. I like that. Okay. There we go. Now, get your ribbon again. And this one is going to go, going to kind of close that and make it even. This is going to go from the side to here. So this is, let's see, I'll have to trim the back just a little bit. Okay, so from here to there. If you're not going to cover this edge, you will need to sew these. Otherwise they're going to fray, fray, fray. Even with your glue, they will fray. Okay? So we're going to put this in between these two. But you're going to have to keep this kind of level over here. So the first thing you want to do is take your Fabri-Tac. I guess Fabri-Tac will stop it from fraying. Go right to the edge on that. You're going to clip some of that edge off, but I want you to get that fraying to stop. Otherwise it will fray. because it's very good at fraying. There's that one. Oh, I forgot to measure it. Shame on me. So we'll just kind of line those two up together. Not quite. Right about there, I think. Okay. Okay. Open that up. Lots of glue in there. There we go. You can see I've started the fray. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Angela. I'm going to clip that off. Okay. Now I'm going to make sure these are straight up and down on the spine edges. And I'm going to line this right up against that edge. And it's going to get folded over right about here. So what I want to do, because I do kind of want it to be centered, goodness, the glue has got me, guys. The glue has me. I'm going to carefully fold that over. And I know that I have a little too much, but I'm going to go ahead, if I can, and I'm going to fold it to the back. I'm going to press it down from the inside, because I really want that to stay. And I'm going to glue it just a little bit here, about 1/4 of an inch, onto the top. Now, eventually, you're either going to sew this down, or if it won't stick to the very back because I've made it too short, you can see it didn't, but it's sticking right there, so it went too far. So let's peel that up. Okay. Okay, so it's not going to go clear to the back. It's just not going to fit. But you don't want it to be clear under here. You want it on the outside over here. See, there's that little flap on the back. But we're going to leave it where it's at. I'm not going to fold it under because it doesn't want to. It's just too thick. But I am going to put a little bit of glue here. Okay, let's see. There we go. That worked. Okay. Okay, so what I do want to do right inside here is put a little bit of glue. I can tell by looking at the other one. We wanted a little bit glued down there where it's going to be on the spine. Okay, now line everything up again. Make sure your spines are nice and even. And I'm going to look at these. And if they're off a little bit, it'll be okay. It won't really matter. Kind of centering that. This one is a little longer because I cut it wrong. Okay, so there we go. Hopefully that is about in the right spot. If not, we will fix it right now. Okay, we'll just scoot that back just a tiny bit. Okay, and just a little bit here. Going to glue that down. And it looks like I've got it pretty well glued down back here. There we go. There we go. Okay, I think we will stop there for today, and I'm going to let this all dry. And then tomorrow, I may go ahead and sew around these sections. Here, and then here. Just to sew across the tops. And then, tomorrow we will add this on the spine here, or maybe we'll add something different. Maybe I don't like that with this. I mean, I thought it would go, but now I'm thinking maybe lace will go better there. I don't know, we'll compare tomorrow and we'll see what we like best, okay? All right, thank you for joining me today, and I hope that you're enjoying this little new closure idea. It's not a new closure, but it's new to me type closure. And maybe it's new to you. Of course, we've seen them on other things that we have maybe purchased, a journal that had closures like this. And yeah, just kind of cute, isn't it? Just kind of interesting. You know, with like some leather. Leather would be very pretty here, I think. And you could even do just the 3 if you wanted to do a pen in there. That would go very well. You could do, I don't know if you've seen those little metal hooks that you run through for bookmarks. You could run one of those in here. If you have a chopstick, you could utilize your chopstick for that. The other thing that would work would be the little pokey sticks, the kebab sticks. That would work. So there's all kinds of things you could use. Okay, I'm going to let you go for today, and I will see you in the very next video. And I hope you all have a wonderful, brilliant kind of day. And let's put this on here, like so. So you can kind of get an idea where we're going. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.